this is what my living room wall looked like. This giant plain wall is about to have stone and a hearth and electric fireplace and a TV. So I'm just about to cut out the baseboards now. I got everything taped off at the bottom. I'm gonna start on the actual frame. All right, so I'm taping everything off. Mindy and I just measured where everything's gonna go for the most part. This should be top of the hearth. This should be this tape sucks. This should be the bottom of the mantle. Alright, so that's the top of the fireplace. This is the bottom of the mantle. This is the top. It took us a long time to get everything where it needs to be, but planning should take the longest. Execution should be faster, hopefully. And then the top of the TV is going to go way up there somewhere. So I'm going to attempt to put in the first 2x4s into the studs, which I've already measured off to be there and there. And we'll see how that goes. It's critically important to make sure that these are level. There we go. All right, first 2x4s are up.
Yeah.
So I made a few mistakes the first day. I was a little tired. Maybe a little bit overexcited. I ended up having to tear everything down and out and started over from scratch yesterday. See if I can get a freaking angle here. So now everything's level. Took out all the warped wood, made it all perfect and leveled it. Just put that way, I guess. First board for the fireplace is gonna sit on. I cut all these. This is for the hearth. And I'm about to go to the store and get yet more 2x4s and some cement board. And I'm hoping by the end of the day today, I can get all the way up to the ceiling and everything framed in. Hopefully that's not being overzealous. Wish me luck. Okay. Finally got the top supports up. I just have to build the frame around those. Had to break out the big boy ladder. I've already put the fire pit in. It fits absolutely perfectly. So I'm gonna build the framework for the top section and then call it a day. But everything is perfectly level. So far, so good. I have not made video footage here in a while, like an idiot. I've been too busy and in the zone. But as you can see, I got the face of the fireplace or wall or whatever, all with all the cement board on it so far. I'm about to do the hearth now and the sides. Okay, so the cement board is heavy as heavy gets. And I just ran it from the end to the middle of the next 2x4. And then the middle of that 2x4 to the other side. And then I had to cut around, I just used a circular saw and a wood blade, which you're not supposed to do, and it creates an insane amount of dust. But cut around the fireplace. I just put the face on last night just to see how pretty it was when it was all in. Got the TV hung. I got a kit to put the speaker or the sound bar on the top of the TV. So that way when I put the mantle in, it leaves extra room at the very top. And decided to flip the cubes around on their side so it wasn't as tall. It's gonna be shorter and longer now. And I'm gonna make this into a secret panel so that I can get in behind if I ever need to, which I'm sure I will. And that's where everything, all the outlets and stuff are. So yeah, I'm gonna finish putting up the cement board on everything and then call it a day. And then the next step will be to go back in and put stone on the face. Well, stone everywhere. This is the worst part of the entire process. Unloading the stuff from the store, from the pallet, into the house, and then from into the house, well, into the garage, into the house, and then cutting everything. I'm gonna start cutting everything tomorrow. It's about 98 degrees outside here in Florida, and these suckers are not light. That's it's a lot, buddy, to do by yourself. Just finish unloading 1,958 pounds, 1 ton of bricks going on that wall. Best believe I'm gonna put some extra screws on that bad boy before I put those on tomorrow, just to make sure. Okay, I don't even know what day it is. I think day 3, maybe 4. Worked on a little bit yesterday, but so I decided to put the shelves up beforehand. I don't know if that was the way to go or not, but I figured I could just stone around them because I thought it would be harder to put up the side supports on the stone. So we'll see how it goes. I can always fix it later if it doesn't work out. And then I thought about it and I put some spacers from old TV mounts kits that I had and put spacers in there, which is the same width as the stone is going to be when I put it on for the fireplace. And then I did the same, in this case wood, and used some pretty serious lag bolts on there for the mantle piece. And I'm going to take the TV off now and go in and start hopefully stoning this sucker. So all right, so it is in fact coming along, not as quickly as I anticipated, but it's getting there. There was a couple hiccups that I didn't think about, like, I forgot to frame behind the TV, which is important to remember because the bricks can't just stay up there with cement. You have to be able to put a 2x4 or something up there at least until the cement hardens. And I didn't do that, so I had to do it after the fact, and I can't take the TV down by myself until my kids come over to help. So I just had to put one back there that's not low enough for the time being, just so I could finish the top of the wall, which I plan on doing today. More to come, but that's where we're at so far. Finally starting on the sides today. Should be done here shortly with the entire project. It was quite the undertaking. Small things to consider when you're doing it is obviously building out a little bit for the mantle if you're going to add a mantle. And I should have put a wood frame around the TV. I didn't do that, so I had to take the TV off again for like the 14th time and put a wood frame there. The wood's going to hold the support of the stone going up until it hardens. Yeah, I'm very, very excited to be done with this project today. I'm going to be putting the last brick up in the wall. What a fantastic feeling that was that day. Whew. Turned out really good. I think I put some lights in here in just a second, and then the final video. All right, I neglected to take a video of the finished product. There we go, that's better. It came out absolutely beautifully. I just put the lights in yesterday. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning, so it's a little dark, which is perfect to show off the lights. The second that I got done and took a shower, my wife came out and decorated everything. Shower, look like this.